Oh my gosh, it's that time. Yeah. I didn't send out a tweet or anything. Is there anybody out there? Hello? Hello, hello. How's it going out there, friends? My name is Jeff Fritz, and today is September 30th, 2025, and we're gonna write a little bit of code today. How you doing out there, chat room? They're right over here. Let me bring them up. We're broadcasting live on Twitch and YouTube, and I forgot to send out an announcement. So I should do that real quick while my headphone cable is caught in my chair wheel. That's so fun. Hey, Sinclair Nader, 75 months. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for that support. Thank you very much. Hey, Chuck Beasley, how are you doing out there? Let me write a quick tweet here. I've started today's live coding stream. Today we're investigating. Wow, I am having a terrible time typing. Come here, get somewhere over here. Investigating some open source C#, right? And working with map widgets. Yeah. Join us at YouTube.com. Now let's actually grab the real URL for that one. And join us at, there we go. And the other one is Twitch TV C# Fritz. Fantastic. When to post? Now. There it goes. You're in the Mariana Trench. That joke, let me tell you, we've gotten it a couple times there, and it did plot it. It is on the map. So, how you doing, Sinclair Nader? Thank you so much for the resub. And Degrow the PhD. Hello, good to see you. So, we started down this path of tinkering with and working on Charlie last time, and it was a complete distraction. Complete distraction. I want to go back to working on the map and getting it working with TagsApp, which shouldn't be too hard to do. It is the map is out there. It's published as a Razor class library. Yeah, get out of here. I'm trying to get my music running. There it is. So we'll be able to grab the source code for that, tweak it, tinker with it, and then get it bolted into TagsApp so that we have the map ready to go for .NET Conf. We're doing final reviews of content for .NET Conf yesterday, today, and we should have announcements this week. So we are very excited for what's going to be coming up for that event. Let me get some music playing in the background here. We'll talk a little bit more and then dive in. You know what? I'm going to go with the EDM playlist today because I want to be moving fast and thinking fast as we're going through this. Right here, let's start with Everyday Hero. There we go. This is music that's DMCA free, royalty free. Listen to it wherever you like. Big thanks to Harris Heller and his team of creators for this music we're listening to today. Big Ton Cat 13. Hey, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. They're going to an open Italian buffet called the Marinara Trench. That sounds pretty good. Hey, UNESCO. Yeah, we are Flynn's Arcade. I thought I had I think I've got the chroma key similarity just a little bit high still. Yeah, that'll be all right. It's been a while doing no Twitch at all. You were off. Autumn arrived. Rainy. I know that feeling. We're getting there. You getting the Aurora Borealis, UNESCO? Very cool. Sinclair Nader for .NET Conf is going to be on the socials during it. Nice. Meant to submit a session, but ADHD took over and you forgot. That's okay. An interesting thing happened with .NET Conf. We literally got spam bombed with with a ton of AI generated sessions. Like literally there were 150 to 200 sessions that were submitted that were not just AI generated, but completely off topic. Had nothing to do with .NET, nothing to do with Microsoft or Azure. Hey, I appreciate that somebody decided to take the time to go out of their way to send all that content to us, but that's a thing. We dealt with it. Hey, C# Titan, you're in Melbourne with a bowel obstruction. Oh my goodness, hang in there, my friend. You'll get through this. You're in the right place. I'm going to grab that message though, so we can use that as a little bit of testing for the work we're going to do today. My goodness. Best of luck to you there, C# Titan. Jean Valjean, hello to you. You were able to get catch the Aurora Borealis at the end of it when it was fading. Very cool. So it was very interesting to see that somebody decided to go out of their way to spam .NET Conf. Okay, that's a thing. That there's a level of notoriety that we've reached when folks decide to troll our events, our intake, and our other interactions. Okay, that's certainly interesting, and we'll deal with that and move on. It's not the first time that .NET Conf has been attacked by bad actors. Let's just say it that way. We've dealt with our share of issues from bad actors over the years. So, I don't want to give any hints or ideas to anybody out there. So, just a couple. I see a couple entries on the map over here, and I think I sized this wrong because I can't get to the tour button anymore. Oh well. We'll do some work on that another time. AI spam detector powered by AI. So yes. So Visual Studio 2026 did get another update. There's going to be regular updates, particularly as we're in this early preview. There's going to be regular updates of Visual Studio 2026. I already have it installed. But it's the 11.018.127 is the current version that I have.
Shall we play a game called Find the Memory Leak?
No!
I already know where it is.
No, you don't.
This gives me a considerable advantage.
Charlie, you're an AI. Like, you should have an advantage, shouldn't you? Visual Studio 2026 is a game changer, says Sinclair Nader. Feedback about it being extremely fast was directly from you. Go ahead, take a picture of the hat. There you go. Am I enjoying the new UI? I've seen it for a while, so I'm kind of bouncing back and forth like, hey, look, it looks great, but at the same time I'm like,
the analysis
it doesn't feel like a massive
Flynn's
leap for
arcade
me.
hat has been identified with high confidence.
That's right. So, let's dive into this. Let's get into the project. I'm going to open the Tags app application. I'm also going to open the source and add in the source directly of the map library. And we'll start working on the two together, because as we update the map library, we'll slowly add those features into Tags app. So, and for those of you that haven't seen, there's the map. So here it is. And this is the map that we're going to be adding into this. So that as folks say, hey, I'm watching from such and such a location, like the Mariana Trench. There it is. And we will plot a pin for that. And up here, right, we've got a couple in Europe. There we go. Freezing. Hello. And up here, is it Clevlis? I hope I pronounced Clevelis. UNESCO chiming in from Imatra, Finland. There you go. And over here we got a couple folks in the States. Melbourne. That's not Melbourne, Indiana. It was Melbourne in a hospital bed. And over here, of course, we've got Wheeling, West Virginia. There you go. And down here, we've got just Virginia. Fantastic. So, really cool stuff. It's the pins are hats because that's my style. But we will open that up and have more features there. Hey, Leshki, Orlando. Now, see, here's where I'm kind of stuck. Like, why didn't Orlando's a pretty good one? It should have plotted that one. And we're going to go through and be tinkering with that a little bit and why some of those just don't want to plot for us. And I'm not sure why. I'm not even getting a message that it tried to plot Orlando. Because Charlie, of course, runs on Aspire. So I should be able to find it. No mention of trying to plot Orlando at all. Checking if location is already known for Leshki. And it stopped after that. Like, what happened? Like, it hung. There's Wheeling, West Virginia. And checking if location's already known. It doesn't look like it returned it. Which is weird that it just completely skipped it. Did you break it? No. No, because I should still be able to do location set Leshki Orlando.
Congratulations, Fritz.
There it is.
Your code is performing exactly as my worst case scenario models predicted. There will be cake eventually.
Oh, good. What do you mean eventually? Come on now. Thursday last week, I got to strut my model self here, and I was on the Gunner streams, and had a great time talking to folks about Gunner glasses, about AI. We played a little bit with Copilot, had a fun time. But I think for the next Gunner stream that I do, we're actually gonna write some code. I want to build a Discord bot that we can use to sit in Gunner channels and offer pictures and information about Gunner glasses, right? Like a helpful bot that suggests and performs and does things to suggest about Gunner glasses. Today, I'm going to put on, I believe, yeah, these are the Echo glasses. So there we go. Really a big fan of these glasses. They're wide enough for me, but they're not too wide. There's another pair. The Pinnacles are really wide on me. But they're wide enough. They curve a little bit. And I love the rimless underneath. I like that aesthetic because I don't have a rim that I see a line when I look down. Really cool stuff. Big fan of Gunner. If you've been watching the stream, you know that of course I am a Gunner ambassador. And there's a coupon code just below. If you want to get a pair of glasses, 15% off, you use the code C# at checkout. That works for all their glasses except for what's been released in the last 2 months. All the new releases my code doesn't work with, but my coupon code doesn't work with. But stuff like the Echo that have been out for a little bit, you can get that 15% off. The new Borderlands glasses, not yet. You can't get the discount on that yet. But the 15% off will also work for prescription glasses, sunglasses, all of those. Really great stuff. Check it out at gunner.com. Big fans of what they've been doing here. And of course, if you do buy a pair of glasses with my coupon code, I do get a little bit of payment from that. Degrow the PhD says, "Oh, that's fast updating now." So for the map, I actually cache every country's location, like a default location for every country, every capital of every country's location geocode, because they're not changing. So why look them up all the time? Just go and cache all of those things. I cache every state in the United States. I cache every province in Canada, and I cache every state's capital, as well as I think it's like the top. Make sure that I have the top 500 cities in the world cached as well. Get all those locations. So I'm not geocoding for those. I'm just looking them up in the table, and they come back very quickly. If sending logging information to Aspire in development, should these be removed when it's published in production? So that's just it, right? Let me show you. You don't need to remove them when you go to production, because I have them logging at information level. When I go to production, I'm not going to capture logs at information level. I'll dial down the logging level and say only log at warning level in production. So all this other stuff doesn't get delivered, doesn't go anywhere. I don't need to worry about it. So really, really cool stuff that just works with standard .NET Logger. You don't need to use Aspire. Aspire just makes that content visible to you. Of course, I've also got metrics over here so that I can see how OpenAI is working, but the lookups, how long it takes for map lookups, and you can see in milliseconds, it's coming back really, really fast. So, right, Imatra, Finland, 240 milliseconds. Orlando came back in 2 milliseconds because I've got it cached, right? So some of these, now here's the thing, after it's geocoded these, they're then in the cache, and it doesn't have to go look it up again. So yeah, I like these shades, Sinclairinator. So my coupon code is the best coupon that you can get during when they're not running a sale. November is coming up. They're going to be running sales for November and the year end. Hey, Farrell's Barkley lives. You like the Tron hat? I do like these subtle references in hats. There's, what was the other one that I just got? There's another hat that I just got that was another subtle reference that I forget now. And it's not right here. No matter. But I've got at least 1 or 2 more hats on order that I'm really looking forward to. So, you told your wife the next pair of glasses you get will be Gunners. Hey, John, thank you if you do decide to use my code. I absolutely appreciate it, and the folks at Gunner love to hear that support. I have to take some pictures later today. That's the one kind of hang up with doing this kind of influencer stuff is every now and again you have to pose and take pictures and stuff, and that's cool. Not a problem. They are sending me a case of other glasses so that I have them loaded up and ready for future streams to show off and have a good time with. Am I going to watch the new Tron movie when it comes out? Yes. Tron Ares? Yes. Very much so. Really looking forward to that. There you go. There's my dashboard. So, no, you didn't break it. I have a feeling it's in the geocode lookup. There's a what's it called? There is a throttle set of requests in there that doesn't. I don't think it's quite working properly. So, okay, let's get into this a little bit. Let's uncork and get into a little bit of what's going on with TagsApp. Bring the map in, do a little bit of tweaking, look at some of the geocoding things that are in there, and see if we can improve this a little bit. So TagsApp's over here. Oh, I was working on the auto ignore stuff. Park it. It already is parked. Let's go over here. I'm going to check out, and let's call this feature map. Helps if you put the -B on there. Way to go, friends. Create the branch out on the GitHub. Let's go into source and start the solution. Thank you. Now it's running in 2022 instead of 2026. Did they add the ability to add SignalR? What do you mean? Like, you've always been able to add SignalR. Like, that's a thing you can use with any ASP.NET or any web model, not even web. One second here. Here we go. Yeah. That's fine. That's the wrong version of Visual Studio. I want this one. 2026. Here we go. You strongly recommend seeing Tron in 3D. Tron Legacy had a terrible script, but was visually amazing in 3D. Yes. To Aspire as an emulator, you don't need an emulator for SignalR. SignalR just works. Works in all the places. Yeah, thank you. I want this one. Come on now. Loading. Yeah, Aspire just works with ASP.NET. You can run that in all the things. Fancy. Wow. Nope. Restarting Visual Studio, well, fine. I'll restart it. So 26 projects loaded. There's so many projects because each library that has a reference to another social media platform is stored in a separate library. That makes it a little bit easier to manage and add new capabilities. Right? Just spin up another library, implement the interface, and attach it, and away we go. So, yeah. So I have SignalR running in TagsApp as part of. Yeah, none of these are working. Actually, I don't think there's a reason why none of these are working because. Oh, and I checked out. I based that on main. It shouldn't be on main. Let's do. Yeah. Oh boy. Not good. I think. Let me do the merge here in VS Code. because I do not like the merge tools in Visual Studio. That's my personal opinion. I feel like they're just a little bit trickier to use. Yes, I know it has been. I want... No. No. Where the heck is the... I'm going to view Git changes. Yeah, no. No. I'm really not a fan of how Visual Studio does change management. Yes, VS Code now has an Aspire extension. It doesn't do anything for me, but they're doing more work on it. I basically want to accept everything that's coming in from .NET Conf. Yeah, see, that's the wrong one. Yeah, that didn't do anything. And right. Yeah, .NET Conf 1, I accepted everything from over here. Go ahead, complete that. What conflicts? I said accept everything from current. No. Hey, Alu the Dragon, how you doing? These are two images. Like doc image, and this is doc image. How do I tell Git to accept the current one? Git merge accept current. Writing some custom VTuber software. Nice. That's fun. There we go. Git checkout hours. Let's go into doc. No, it's up one. Okay. So if I do git checkout, there's hours. What's the other one? No, except the one that's coming in. Is it yours? No. I thought it was theirs. Right? Can I do that? No. Yeah, it didn't bring it. Oh boy. And saying accept doesn't do anything. Is that a thing? Okay. Now it's... Hang on, I did the checkout with the wrong one. Level transparent. There we go. Ah, that's right. Okay. Try that again. So that one's good. And it's down here, tags. Oops. Really? Oh, there's a space in there. That one. Cool. Yeah, there we go. All because I checked out the wrong branch to start here. Cool. All right. We hit another... Jeez. I think it's current is the one I want. You're kidding, right? And another one. Fine. I guess we got it. Okay. Oh dear Lord, that was a pain in the neck. C Sharp Titan with a question. Yeah, I can talk about this, and then we'll get back into the code here. Any further updates on the visor glasses? Here's the deal. Google's Android XR operating system is supposed to be released now. However, Samsung delayed their release, and they are the launch partner. They delayed their release to October. No. It's called Project Muhan. Is Samsung's. They delayed it to October 21st. We know they're the launch partner. We know that before Visor and Immersed can do anything, this thing has to be released. The folks who have test units, I don't need to see all this garbage you're putting up behind me, thank you. The folks who have test units have not gotten all of the hardware yet. The battery pack and the battery pack has the Wi-Fi adapter. So there are features that they haven't gotten yet. However, the conjecture is they haven't gotten it yet because they're optimized for the Android operating system, and Immersed is not allowed to release the Android operating system for the Visor headsets or to their test units, or they don't have an upgrade mechanism to upgrade the headset from Qualcomm Spaces to Android XR. Either way, that's October 21st. The earliest we expect to see shipment is November now. Truthfully, though, it's not till January at the earliest. It can't be until January because there are just too many things that the folks who have test units have not seen and they have been quite clear are broken. I am a strong believer that the folks at Immersed have killed themselves because good enough is the enemy of perfect, and they're trying to be perfect. They've already got plans for a second device. They're not shipping the first device because of all these requirements and changes in technology things. They've already sold, supposedly, tens of thousands of the Visor devices at a lower price than what Samsung is saying they're going to ship. Samsung is saying these devices are going to cost $1,800 American. Between $1,800 and $3,000. So, right, they're playing the, well, we look like the Apple Vision Pro, but we run the Android version, so we can price up to how much the Apple device is. That's what Samsung's doing here. The Visor comes in at half that price and is actually very it has a immense ecosystem already built and a bunch of fans already out there that are ready to use it, know how to use it, and because it's Android, you can install and run all kinds of Android device apps on it. So it doesn't make sense. So I don't think we're going to see Visor until at least January. Yeah. It's not going to be until at least November. And they're not going to be able to say anything until after the Samsung device is released. Like, they're constrained. They literally have a extremely tight NDA with Google that has made it perfectly clear they aren't allowed to talk about, promote, or work on their device at all. They can't. They're not allowed to. And because of that, and because they're a small company, they've shot themselves in the face with a bazooka, and they're literally going to lose the company because they can't ship their device because Google is constraining them. And what looks like an inferior Samsung device must be delivered first. Those are my beliefs. That's the way that I read it. I think that Immersed has made some massive mistakes with this. Massive mistakes. And here's the thing. Because they can't say anything, because they're under NDA, they can't defend themselves, they can't give progress reports, they can't show demos, they can't put product in the hands of reviewers that will give that clear insight. They can't give a release date. It's worse than somebody that is trying to do a GoFundMe. It's worse than that because they've already sold, they've already shown they've got a product, and they're not allowed to release it. It's a shame, but they've shot themselves in the face with the bazooka, and they're begging for investors, constantly begging for investors. And they've got people throwing money at them, but they're not delivering a product. And they're not allowed to deliver a product. And money is lit on fire. And they've got $2 trillion companies that don't care about them at all, even though they've got superior technology and a superior product. and a bigger fan base. Yeah. Did I see the Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses? I've heard good things about those. The Meta Ray-Ban glasses, I've heard good things about those. That folks, the overlay pass-through is something that folks don't see you looking at on the glasses. So to have that augmented reality information pinned over whatever it is that you're looking at, and it's only on one lens. It's the logical successor to where Google Glass was. It's just Google Glass. You look like Locutus. You looked like the Borg wearing this thing. And there we go. There's a better picture, right? Which, don't get me wrong, that's an amazing size for that device and what it's doing there. Really cool. It's the natural evolution to this. But it's got AI built into all the things. It's to the point where it's creepy that you now have AI hooked up to a camera that's looking at everything that you're looking at. So that's creepy. You wear Ray-Ban Metas daily, you're too lazy to charge them, and you have prescription lenses in them. I firmly believe the AI over an AR over the real world is not ready yet. We're nowhere near ready as a society for that, ready as a technology stack. It's not ready. The latency to get the information from the language model, have it analyze some image and respond is too long. I'm a firm believer that it is not ready yet. Till somebody proves me wrong. We'll see. Another question here from C Sharp Titan. Does Microsoft face similar delays and constraints when trying to ship things in Visual Studio due to Android or iOS? Yes. Very much .NET MAUI is the most political framework out there because it has to balance the requirements of iOS, Android, and Windows. And none of those three has a stake in .NET MAUI. So none of those three are actively providing insight to the .NET MAUI team as they're going to build and prepare it. So they are actively reacting every time there's a new operating system update for any of those three operating systems. It is difficult, but what they deliver is pretty good for what it can do. They just have the Meta AI, usually just have them for listening to music and taking photos, videos. Yes. And it requires the Meta app. Right. And we know that the folks at Meta, the folks at Facebook, like Mr. Zuckerberg, like to play loose and fast with privacy information. That ship has sailed. You've absolutely lost me on trusting you with any privacy information. Like, I feel weird when I use my Oculus, my Quest headset. Like, exactly what information is Mr. Zuckerberg getting as I'm using my headset? Hey, John, over on YouTube, you like the silhouette glasses, light, no sides, and flex. Okay, all right. Let me get back into this here, and we'll talk more. So, okay, it finally finished loading. Now, I have the source code for the map, and I'm going to bring that in as an extra branch down here. And we'll start referencing and doing more with it. So, down here, I'm going to call this 9 map source. And I can add that as an existing project because it's on disk. Come on now. Didn't I call it? What is it? It's. Where did I put it? You're not gonna, yeah. There's Charlie. Charlie components, there it is. Yeah, open that one. There we go. Cool. And why did you hide that on me? Thank you. So I'm loading the component library directly so that I can interact, tune, tweak, debug on this. I should probably load the test project that goes with it, shouldn't I? Right.
I know I've made some very poor decisions recently, but I can give you my complete assurance that my work will be back to normal.
Good. All right. So the map is down here. Here's the map component and all the things that go with that. The services, so location events and a check to see if it's valid. Oh, it's an extension on viewer location event. Yes. The map service that actually interacts with and populates the map. So we're going to need to call into this to plot things on the map as we get information from various bits that it detects and reads out there on the services, social media services. The location text service. For this message, we're going to identify the location text, and we've got some keywords that it's going to use. Location indicators, invalid terms. Is this a valid location extracted? It goes to ignore if it's a URL. Honestly, I feel like there should be like try parse on the URI. Right? Isn't that a thing? Try create. Yeah. Right? Like, couldn't I do that there? And just eliminate this? Why wouldn't I do that? Come here. You go away. Can't I just use... No, come on, you're not detecting the lines? No, you're not detecting the lines. Bummer. URI try create on these highlighted lines to detect if the location is a URL? Couldn't I just do that? Claude Sonnet 4.5 is now available. It's available over in Visual Studio Code. It's going to be coming here to Visual Studio. That's a preview version of that model. The folks at Anthropic just released that model with Claude, and you're going to be able to use it now with Copilot. It's more comprehensive, more accurate, consistent. It's a standard approach. Potential considerations. Definitely cleaner and more reliable. Great. That's what I thought. So let's get rid of you. Well, can I just do, right? URI, try create. What if I did just location? Do I really need URI? URI kind absolute, and I don't care what's delivered on this. Now, why am I getting? Yeah, I need to two-string that So let's just do that there so that it goes away, right? I don't need it in scope behind these. Hey, Eddie Dre, how you doing? Good morning. No, I am using that somewhere else. All right, fine. Then we'll just replace that. Okay. So I feel like that was better. Yeah, go away. Come on now, Visual Studio. So there's a couple other ones here that I wanted to add tests for, right? Particularly, C# Titan had this message, greetings from Melbourne in a hospital somewhere. I want that in to be a stop word. Oh, dear Lord. There it is. And quite frankly, let's open, let Copilot do that. Right? Turn this to agent mode. Thank you. Yeah. I want to add in as a stop word. Locations that are specified either just before or just after it. In the sentence, and I'm going to grab the message from C# Titan. Should return Melbourne. Update our location, code, and associated unit tests. Go. Hey, how you doing there, Apricot? Always wanted to try Aspire in a project? We've got plenty of Aspire in this project. We'll take a look. The example I provided shows that when in appears after a location, Melbourne in a hospital, we should extract just the location part before in. Let me examine the current code, the associated unit tests. Good, you found the test file. Like, I should have added that as a reference, but... Have I tried Grok? I have not. Add it into the invalid terms hash set. It's not invalid. It's not necessarily invalid. Because it's also up here as a location keyword. I guess if it contains it, has reject. Reject the obvious non-location suffixes. Okay. Okay, so it stops there, I guess. Hey, Reg9K. So it's going to tweak that. I'll bring up the map again for our friends that are just joining us. Yeah, see, I think I think. Yeah, no, we got Ukraine here for Apricot, but Aurora, Colorado, it should have punched in there. Now, see, it... Oh my gosh, Coding Bandit. Hello, my friend.
Subscribed for 81 months. How do you comfort a JavaScript bug?
How?
You console it.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. There we... No, it put it in Chicago. No. That's Aurora, Illinois, not Aurora, Colorado. Try that again. Location set, reg 9K. There it goes. Have I watched the new season of Slow Horses? No. How you doing there, Carrie? Great to see you. We're working on, and we're going to improve a little bit here, the map. So when folks share their location, it places a little hat on the map. It places a C# when I specify somebody's location. So we got a couple friends over here in Europe. Right? It didn't... Oh, it did Melbourne, Indiana. Why am I getting that beep? You can close. I don't know what it's beeping for. So you found the test file, location tests. It's running the tests. Yeah. What are you doing? No! Why are you creating... No! Run the unit tests in the test components project with .NET test. Remove this.
Reminder, I am not merely an AI assistant.
You're not?
I am an AI personality.
Oh.
The distinction becomes more apparent with extended observation.
Yeah, it does. You come in to hear me yelling at the AI? Sounds like you so many days. It's frustrating, to be sure. Like, just run .NET test. And now you're trying to run Linux commands. Like, you know you're at a PowerShell console. There you go. All the tests ran successfully. Look at that. But, let me just do that cleanup manually here because Copilot's being a jerk. Hey, I'm just going to go create a thing over here that has nothing to do with what you told me to do. Because I'm a loser. No, I don't see it in the folder. Oh, no, it's in the Charlie components. Yeah, test console. Go away. Cool. You're looking forward to giving me a hug next week? Oh, it's going to be great to see you, Carrie. So next week, Dev Intersection in Orlando. Yeah, I'm going to be there. I've got an Aspire workshop that I'm teaching. I've got 2 Aspire sessions. I'm sorry, an Aspire and a Blazor session that I'm giving. I've got an Aspire for Azure session I'm giving with the Scott Hunter. I'm going to be busy. So it's going to be great seeing you. It's building? You already built. Like, what are you doing? So, see, I don't have all those sound effects wired up right now to Charlie. Hey, Code with Sean, hello. Now what are you doing? You already did the test. You're doing it again? But do it again this time with feeling. So. Cool. That, I like seeing that. That's all updated. Okay. So, close up some of these things. So that's my location text service. I've got the viewer location event, which is an event that it raises that says, here's the latitude and longitude of where we're going to map. Was I talking about speaking in Lisbon? Yes, that's in 2 weeks. So next week, Orlando. The week after, I'm in Lisbon. Hey, we're at... Oh, the hype train's just about to finish. Oh, my gosh. Well, thank you. Oh, my gosh, and Carrie, I didn't realize it was a tier 3. Thank you so much for that support. Phenomenal. Thank you, thank you. Sunny but cold Finland, did that work? It should have. But sure looks like it didn't. Let's go to the logs. Let's see what happened there. Yeah. I don't need those messages. Cache location. It's funny, it should have... And who said... Oh, yeah, look at that. That's some generics there. Yes. Does Ubuntober start tomorrow? I should. Yeah. Coding Bandit wanting to stake a claim to Columbus? Oh, yeah. We got a sword in Columbus and Tulsa for our moderators here. So, Apricot with a question here. That's a good one. Let's talk about that. And DGen 1, okay, I have the message from Apricot queued up. What was yours, Weirdbeard Dev? Virginia Beach. Yeah, it's got that one. Should have already been cached. Like, why is it caching again? Like, Redis Insights. Yeah. Over here. And, oh. There it is. Virginia Beach, Virginia. So, yeah, see, it's going to cache for 29 days. It shouldn't. Because that location never changes. It should just be marked forever cache out there. Like, so, Weirdbeard Dev with the resub, 14 months. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Not bad, D.
Yeah. Great stuff. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that support. So, it only does one location per person. So it will not grab that. However, we can do location set. And it's there you go. It got it, and it got it quick too. The location set command isn't great. It's got a couple issues there. So, fantastic. And somebody said hello from Virginia. There you go. Eric, Virginia, Ireland. Did we get that? Yeah. So, cool. I will. Now, I want to come back. How did I get the GitHub Copilot terminal tab to show up? It was just there. When I opened Copilot and I told it to do something, it just opened that tab. Right? Like, if we do a control Q, if I do a control Q, thank you. No. I'm guessing it just appears when you run something. Don't know. Hey, is it Yoni Torrado? I want to make sure I pronounce that right. In Portugal, that's where I'm going to be in 2 weeks. There we go. Got that one. And Scherer in Las Vegas. See, it didn't pick it up. And I'm going to grab your message there because I think that's a good test as well that we can punch in there. Super Fraggle in London, England. There we go. We got a pin for Super Fraggle. So I will where'd it go? For Scherer. No. It'll pick up your pin still there. Yeah, I didn't reset and remove it. There's the location set command isn't. It needs some work. So ice cream stick model, that one should have flowed through. Yep. And it just puts it on Helsinki. So look at this. Thank you so much for the testing here. Geneva, Illinois, that's Aurora. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So, but Scherer, let's get a Really? Oh, I did my own command wrong. It should be location set. There we go. Had it backwards. You've been vibe coding on that project to help with passing parameters. You feel like a dirty coder. It kind of works at a speech to text, then text to speech. Nice. There you go. So we got Las Vegas in the mix. Very cool stuff. So yeah, and I made the map too big and you can't see the tour button down at the bottom. Yeah. Oops. No matter. All right, there was hang on, let me catch up. Where did it go? So Apricot with a question here. Let's go talk about this. What's the best approach to arrange microservice projects with Aspire. Keep different services in different repositories or all together with the Aspire project. I've talked to David Fowler about this because this is one of those things where folks argue over, I don't want a mono repo. I don't want a repository that has all the projects for the entire system because there are different project teams that work on different parts of the project. Yes. However, when you do go to work locally and you need to reference and use and test that service that other team built, or maybe they're over here and they built, you end up downloading and putting that source code right next to the rest of your source code so that it can see each other. In which case, you're creating a mono repo just on your machine. So the thought there is there's two ways then that you could go about juggling that, right? So, right, and look at all the services we've got for TagZap. So you've got all these services, resources, references hanging out there. You could create a GitHub repository that uses submodules to stitch together the various projects that you want to use Aspire to manage. That's one way to do it. You could clone and bring down and add that project into your solution and exclude that project and from your local source code. You could do that too. And then just download updates when there's updates to your friend's project. Okay. So there's options. The easiest thing to do is turn it into a mono repo. Just put all the projects in the same repository. But you'll get there. You'll figure out what works best for you. Code with Sean says has one of 2 talks ready for next week, way behind on the second one. I've been spending time this week updating the .NET Aspire workshop. We're getting there. I need to update it for Aspire 9.5. There's other features I'm adding to it. And then I need to go back and update my talks to Aspire 9.5 with some of that content. And then I need to get content in front of my co-presenter and talk through exactly how we're going to deliver that. So we shall see. So, still have the time. Let's get it done. Totally agree. Totally agree. Let's get it done. Thank you, Carrie. Yeah. So we'll get there. We will get there. All right. Let's head back over. So there's the map widget running with Charlie. So that got unit test passing. Let me grab that other message. Hello from Las Vegas. I'm always one of the early people, so let's add that as a test scenario. I have an additional test scenario. In this message, right? So there's what Sharer sent to us. We should identify the location yeah, let's add that scenario and let it go. And this is just juggling text here. Not capture additional. That's right. Go get it. Back over to this one. So folks like Carrie and I have been doing this for a while, and we know how to, we know how to identify the key things that we want to teach, and quite frankly, we've been kind of writing some of this stuff in our mind as we go through and do our day-to-day stuff. Like, we're giving presentations on features and capabilities that we already know inside and out. So it's not so much writing new content as it is taking stuff that we've worked on and changing it into content. So there we go. So it tried to find West Coast is what it was doing. But the greeting matching combined with complex look ahead is causing it to not stop properly. Because it said, because from Las Vegas, from the West Coast. So it saw the two froms and didn't know which one to do. Hey, Ravnos. Yes. Look at that. We're coding good and stuff. Absolutely. Hey, Mark in Shreveport. Hello. We should have a pin for... yep, there we go. There we go. So, slowly moving along. Let me update the greeting patterns to include the I'm in their stop words. Okay. Okay. So, nope, I only add pins when folks offer to share their locations. So, and then there's some concept with the chatbot of regulars, folks that are subscribers, folks that are longtime viewers, have a persistent location, and when they join chat, they're allowed to go and automatically plot that location. You ignored your destiny once. Yeah. So now it's trolling UNESCO. So nope. So we can do this location set, and yeah, there we go. Two friends watching in Florida. So, so we've got you've broken existing functionality. Yeah, tell me about it. I see that. Maybe we need to add lurk? No. Let's try this strategy instead. When you detect multiple locations, like this test scenario, test the first location, leftmost location first. Let's say first detected. And if that is found, use that. If not, proceed to the next location and repeat. Try that. There we go. So, It's not prioritizing the first occurrence of from. There we go. All right. So let that go fix that. And I'm going to end up taking the component here while this is working, which right now is called Chatter Map Direct. Place that onto a page for Tags app and let that update and get information. I also need a way. Did I put anything in here to do the caching? No. What do we have down here? Okay. So I don't have anything to do the caching. Leave that up. How did I wire it up so it does the caching? So that's the collection of current locations that are shown on the map. Fine. So when it's told to plot a location, that might be an issue. Kid Taxi Time, have a good one there, Carrie. Great to see you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Get current locations. No. So it's got to be coming in over here on the location text service. So get the location text. Contains location. Is this a valid location? Location text service. So am I doing it as 2 passes? Get the location text and then plot it? Because I didn't put the plotter in here. The geocoder. Look at that. Okay, go fix that. Ugh. The spam callers are just ridiculous. So let's think about this. I need to bring the geocoder over. And then... Yeah, that's right. You've been approved by the underwriting department, and we've been trying to get a hold of you. Stop it. From Chicago. Yeah, the word from should never appear. So I need to bring over the geocoder, but I might be able to use... So this terminal just opened when I gave Copilot the directions. Azure, there's a geocoding API. From Azure Maps. Atlas Microsoft Com. Azure Maps pricing. This one. Base map tiles. Ugh. Geolocation. 5,000 requests are free. Less than 500,000 is $450. Is that a month? Oh, $450 per 1,000 transactions. That's not bad. I don't have any Morpheus quotes. But I should get some. Okay. I could use this. I could use this for Charlie. Yeah, thanks. No, you can't help me. And then I wouldn't have any rate limiting. I wouldn't have to deal with the rate limiter. But holy smokes. That's a lot of stuff you're doing in there. Not gonna lie. So get location, and it doesn't. So this is just getting the location. We need to hand that off to the geocoder and the caching mechanism, and then return all that stuff. But if someone spammed my site, couldn't I end up with a holy smokes bill? So yes. However, I can throttle, right? I can stop. I can say, hey, you're trying to do too many things here, and I can push back. But the actual map over here, not that one. Where is it? This one. Right, we should have, yep, there's the map JavaScript. The command to plot a location, remove a location, the map tour. The map tour needs some work. Come back to that. Did this ever? Ah, that looks like it succeeded. How did we do here? Hello from Las Vegas. I'm always one of the early people, now returns to Las Vegas instead of West Coast. Terrific. So we got that one. That's the zoom level for the map. that's what's supposed to do the save location, get location, clear locations. So that's where it should be calling into the cache and then eventually the geocoder. So I'm going to write my own one of those to run as part of TagZap. I can bring over the Nominatum one and use that. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, good. Good. Love seeing updates like that. All right. I need to implement those things. So I need a viewer location service for TagZap. So in here, let's add a reference. Really? To you? Cool. In-memory messaging, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Gonna add a class here. Really? Let's call this OpenStreetMap. Location service. And I can bring over a lot of the logic I have in the other. This is an iViewer location service. Thank you. Implement that, John. Done. This is... Which one is this? That's TagZap. Let's go over to Charlie. And I should be able to use most of what's in here. There it is. Features. I forget how I put this together. Get point from location, blah, blah, blah. And iViewer location service. Ah, there it is. So this connects to Redis and knows how to persist. Okay. Where is this thing called? Okay. So in the feature that actually stitches the couple things together and hooks up, that's where it's bringing in the geocoder and the viewer location service that does the Redis caching. Okay. Okay. I got this. So, to start with, let's bring this whole bring this whole smash over. Yup. Just copy all that in, go up to the top. I tried to drag you to the top there. Thank you. And we're not actually that. And we don't have a geocoding request. We're going to need one of you. Nope, you don't know what Redis is. Oh, goody. Oh, goody. I teach you. So, geocoding request. Right. Location. See, this I don't think is working properly. I don't think the channel for that works properly. I think I can just use a queue directly. With a... Yeah. Actually, I could probably do this as, like, time only. Nah, do it as daytime. Might as well. Sure. There, cache expiration. I don't want a cache expiration. Actually. That's not used. Nah. It doesn't know what that is yet, and I'm going to get rid of cache expiration. Let that fail for right now. Hey, Mythin, I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I want a queue of requests. Yeah. Private, static, read-only, and it's going to be a queue of strings. Yeah. So I don't need all of this. And actually, let's do this as a concurrent queue. Because I'm going to in-queue and push a bunch of those in. You've been lurking since the beginning? Fighting with AI to get a dynamic form working, gave up for now? Okay. If a cache never expires, is it just a regular database? Yes. It's a regular database, but it's a cache in that, right? It's been downloaded from a location service somewhere else. So it's we're caching the results of the location service in a regular database, right? And I happen to be using Redis because as a key value lookup, it's really fast. Like, I could put all of those values in memory, but I don't want to use up the memory. Let that run in Redis somewhere. It's cheap, easy, and loads really, really fast. Like, right? So here for Charlie, where's the Redis? Right, if I just look for the locations, 258 locations that it's cached, and they're literally a couple hundred bytes. And I'm using up 2 meg. Like, so what? Who cares? Load it up, you know? It acts like a managed view because it doesn't have to query the data multiple times. Yes. Yeah. All right, so back over here. So TagsApp doesn't currently have Redis in it. What database does it have in it? Oh, Postgres. So I could have a table of locations. Yeah. I can purge the cache and repopulate it at any time. Yep. So instead of Redis, I could put this into my Postgres database that has all the other things, and right, there is no to exactly Dgen 1's point. It's just a table of here's locations that we know of. Sure, why not? Put a primary key on the string location and just look up the and just have the 2 decimal values for the latitude and longitude. Yeah. So let's... Where do I have the Postgres stuff for this? It's in a storage Postgres down here. PG content, moderated, messaging, provider, TagsApp context. So I'm going to introduce the map here. Let me make sure. Yeah, okay. Cool. Let's add it. Public db set PG geolocation. I don't know. Locations. Yeah, it gets that. And we're going to create one of these. Sure, put it in a new file. No. Public string, name? Name. No, actually. I'm going to make this required, and I'm going to key that. Hey. Do that again. Nice. Do I need any other values here for a location? I don't think so. I don't think so. So that works. And I don't think I need to tell it anything else here. Okay, so I've got that. Close. Don't need you. Don't need you. So back to the OpenStreetMap. Oh, no, wait. So I've got the location defined over here. I need to give you a way to get the location, which is actually this iViewer location service. This actually records a location. Azure Dev Summit? Is that the name of it? Azure Dev Summit, I believe, is the name of the event. Yeah, there we go. Sure. So there's going to be lots of people named Scott at this event. Say Scott. Yeah, other more famous streamers than me. Whatever. There I am. So I'm teaching 2 sessions in a workshop. Yeah. So it'll be fun. We can switch to .NET 10 now? Yes, you can. I haven't done that in TagsApp yet. We'll get there, but the first RC is out, and you can do that. The only people you recognize are the people that have been Twitch streaming. Great. That's fantastic. So, wait, my repository here is... Which one? I don't remember. And I need to put down a migration, too. That's the moderation repository. Right? Isn't it just like... Yeah, iRepository. No! Oh, shoot. Get all content approved, content rejected, content, moderate with reason. Yeah, okay. So it's on this one. All right. You have a build issue with .NET 10? Sorry. So I want to... No, this is viewer location service is doing this. Let's... I can have this reference it and then just implement it. Like, I don't think that's that big a deal. Right, if I do public class, Postgres viewer location service. Yeah, I know, we're going to get to you in just a second. Well, I guess we're getting to you now. Misspelled word? No, not really. Right. Postgres viewer location service. Terrific. So this needs to take in a tags app context. Cool. And we can go through here. Hey, how you doing there, George? Oh, thank you. Let's see here. So there is another feature here that I do need. I need another table. So there's the cached locations. But I need a table of stream ID location and a hashed user ID. Yeah. Sure, let's do that. Over there. I don't think I want to go it. Hashed user ID. And these should both be required because I'm going to make the combination of those a primary key. Hey there, boot ahead. Hello, welcome. That's not how you spell required. Thank you. I guess it's description, right? I want to set a max length. If the stream ID is month, is year, month, day. Right, that's 8 characters. Set this to 16, so I can put some sort of time indicator after that. Hashed user ID. 32. No, not 64. 100. And then public required decimal. Thank you. Thank you. I think that's what I want. Okay. So now go back over to the context. And I need to set up the key. Yeah, model builder, because I want a composite key, right? Entity, no. PG viewer location, that's the one. No. That's not right at all. Has key. Yeah, there we go. No. And actually, I think I want them flip-flopped. Yeah, there we go. What we should probably do has index. Can I do index? No, I don't want to do all of that. I realize I'm doing a little bit of optimization here up front, but I kind of know what I'm doing with these, you know? No, I don't want to index on latitude and longitude. It's part of the key, so actually, I don't think I need that because it's part of the composite primary key. I should be okay with that without that. Should. So, keeping an eye on my time here. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you can go away. So now over here, clear locations for stream async. Sure. Remove all. Yep, there you go. No, that's not what I want you to do. And we're going to make this async. I can't do execute delete. Do I do a where there? Yeah, like that. But let's do it async. Now, what don't you like about that? Am I missing a using? Of course. Cool. That was easy. Get all stream IDs async. Yeah. Return the distinct. Yeah, do that. Really? Viewer locations. Yeah. That'll do. We could also do an order by. Right? Like that. Cool, that was easy. Get locations for stream async as viewer location events. So that's a specific type. over here. So I'm going to create a implicit conversion, an explicit conversion to that. So public static explicit. Oh man, it's so good. Yes, you know what that is. Boom. We're going to return it with latitude, longitude, and a description. And yeah. I think that was almost too easy. You already switched the last WinUI app to .NET 10. How's it working for you, McNets? How's that working out for you? Return, await. Yeah. Come on now. How did we do here? Do I really want to do it as a select? Or... let's do a to list on this. Here. Right. And now I can do like this. Right? Can I do that? Those are PG viewer locations. To a viewer location. And wait a sec. Yeah. Should have picked up and run with that. No, it's right there. Oh. Link. And then just to list to ensure it executes. That's not bad. Okay, plot location. So this is doing... Let me make sure I have this right. Is that actually used anywhere? No. Same thing with remove. Oh, wait a sec. No, they would, this, ooh. Where else are you used? Yeah, I don't need to implement those because I've already got save location and get location. Isn't there well, remove location. I'm okay with that. But this one I don't. I think we're going to be okay. I don't think that's actually used. Oh, no, it is. So I need to raise those when there's a value. And that's what's doing the plotting. Okay. All right. All right. I can do this. So plot and remove. Save and add those values. Save location just writes the value. Okay. Write the location to the database. Yep. Can we do that? I don't think we have. No, you know what? I'm going to create the operator going the other way. Yep, there it is. Fantastic. Right, so now I can do like that. Yep, add it. Save it. Save changes async. Await that. Thank you. Raise the event for the map to plot, right? Location plotted. Cool. That was easy. Remove location from the database. Fine. There we go. That should be hashed. Fantastic. Execute delete. Async. No matter. Yep, and then I need a make it async. Fantastic. And the save location is just that. And really, I could just delegate. Right? Now I've got it. Ship it. That's... Okay. So now it knows how to work with my database. Sure. I still need to register it. I need to generate my migration. Not terrible. Add Postgres services. Yep. No. Do I want it transient or scoped? Scoped. No, not iContent. iViewer location service. Thank you. Okay, so that's all set up. So it'll register. I still need to generate the database migration. It's up a folder, isn't it? Yeah. Fine. Map locations? I don't know. And I forgot to do the Hey, Amelie. Welcome. Build failed. What do we got? NuGet package restore failed. Oh, here we go. The centrally defined package version for all of these we're going to need to update. Yep, try building that again. Now that I changed the version. Am I using Sonnet 4.5? Sonnet 4.5 isn't in Visual Studio yet, but I've been using it in Visual Studio Code, and I'm finding it... I'm not seeing a massive difference yet. Extensions, configuration... Oh, brother. So, all of these 907s we're going to have to take to 908. Is what I'm hearing. So let's just do that all at once. 32 occurrences. Good. Go back. Keep everything in line. Fantastic.
Other ACE operate in isolation. I operate within the full context of this stream's history, your behavioral patterns, and Fritz's caffeine levels.
Thank you. No, 4.5. It's a preview. If you're running with a managed Copilot, if your organization manages it, they might not have deployed it to you. I'm not sure how and when they get released. I know that I restart and it pops up for me. You want me to go to Thanos voice? Yeah, we can do that. Let me go do that. Where'd it go? You've been sitting here the whole time in the background and you kind of wake up and you're like, what am I doing? I tell you. Where'd it go? Yes, we want this.
Oh yes. 5 minutes. set a timer for 5 minutes. There we go. You pay your license? I don't know what to tell you. I don't. It's a preview feature. It should roll out. I don't know the frequency. Sonnet 4.5. Copilot Pro, Pro Plus, Business, and Enterprise. To switch on the CLI, enabling accesses. Check back soon if you don't see it yet. It rolls it out. So, how's that? Better? Yes. Okay. So, it says it's rolling out. You may also bring your own key, select manage models, if you have an Anthropic key. So, what's my issue here? Like, looking. That's the project. What is dash S? .NET EF migrations. Help. Haha. Oh, the startup project. Okay, so you're telling me it can't build that. Okay. So let's go back over to here and build. I sound like the voice in the murder mystery trivia game. Oh my lord. Right. Because I don't have this defined yet. I can do this as viewer location surface. Hey, smirking squiggly. Hello. 30 months.
30 long months. What a ride. With C# and Fritz by your side. AI lends a hand, in code you command, dev streams and dreams now collide.
Thank you so much. Love the poem. Appreciate it. Let's put the. There we go. Ha ha. Alright. Let's see. So I don't even need to do that. Let's just call this DB, right? Like, yeah. Where'd it go? This. Viewer location service. Like that. Thank you.
They called me a madman for predicting your compilation errors. And what I predicted came to pass.
No, it didn't. Hey there, Toasted Snake TV. Welcome. Don't care about that. Oh boy. Geographic point. I need that. I need that. I need it! That's easy. We'll just stash it somewhere down here. And now all that should work. Oh, good. We can stop with the Mad Titan.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, got the Thanos redeeming. Fantastic. That's a metric. I need to bring that metric over. But that metric isn't in... It's not in the class library, but the class library doesn't actually do that lookup stuff. So I'm okay with that. Let's continue. Get point from location. We're going to come back to that one. I don't need a cache key. JSON serializer, you know what that is. Give me some that system text JSON goodness. So this is right. This is where it's going to go and say, do I already have this location in the database? If I do, go look it up. If I don't, go geocode it. So, dear Lord, I've got a bunch of extra junk out here. Down, where to go? I could... Let me put it on the moderation service. Moderation repository. Right? Block a user, unblock a user, yeah. It's a latitude, longitude, and a description. Actually, isn't it a viewer location event? But that doesn't have that. Ugh. Yeah. Get location from table. Yeah, I think so. No. Just, location. I can do that. I can do that. Postgres moderation repository. And implement. Thank you. Get location from table. There we go. I should also have a save location to table. Fine. Yeah, add location to table. Return await. No. What? Yeah. Locations. Ah, there it is. Hey, that's pretty good. PG geolocation, its name. Why don't you like that? No. Oh. And let's force this to lower because it's a database. What don't you like? So it's going to select a value tuple. First or default, actually, doesn't it have... Yeah, there's one overload in there. Oh, it's a criteria. Gucci Gandalf. Hello, welcome. Is that the Italian Gandalf the Grey? Let me know. So that's a value type. So it's going to return... Yeah, it should return the empty string one. Yeah, we're good. So here we're going to do add the new location to the table with a lowercase name for searching. Yes. Cool. Yes. Yes. Why don't you like that? It's geolocation. Thank you. Cool. It's just a name he came up with last minute to create a Twitch account. Hey, that's cool. All right. Rats, I'm out of coffee. Darn it. It must be that time of the morning. Okay. So that took care of that. So now go back over to... no, I'm okay on that one. Here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, we don't know what that is. Check if it's there. So we're going to say db get locations. No, not get locations. Hang on. It's not just in that one. I need to look up the location also. So I need the I moderation repository. Let's call this location DB. and generate that as read-only. Cool. Get location from table. Location. And that's not going to be a string. Yeah. Cached value description. So if it does have a value, I don't need to deserialize it. I need to sure. Let's say there. George Christian, hello, welcome. And return that. Otherwise, we're gonna geocode this. I don't think this is right. It's gonna put an entry in the queue to go do the thing. So I don't really need that. And then it does this. Yeah. Oh dear Lord. Let me come back to the rest of that because that's going to be a mess. Remove a location. This is for the current. I don't have that. Let's fold this so I can see. This is actually deleting a location. It's not referenced anywhere. So I'm going to yank you. Yeah. Process geocode requests. Okay. This is the request processing loop. Where is this? Right there. So this is running in the background. All right. So there's a last request time that it initially sets to, yeah, resets it. Okay. I don't want to read all async. Yeah. That's a concurrent queue. No. We're going to change this. To, no, not white space handling. While true. Peak for values. Right? No. Ugh. If location queue is empty, wait a half a second, and then go retry. Okay, otherwise there is a value. If time since last request is less than the rate limit delay, we're going to delay. That looks okay. reset the last request time. That's okay. And we don't have... I should pop the value here. Right, DQ. Try DQ. Location queue. Yeah, okay. Out string location. Yeah, so if we can't get anything, go continue. Cancellation token source. Token. Okay. Right, so if it cancels, it goes through. Is the cache we're using in project a distributed cache? In this one, it is a distributed cache, but it's just a Postgres database. I'm not using the distributed cache feature. So, time since last request. Okay, so we did get a value at this point. Yeah, okay. And we're gonna do if for some reason the value that we got is null or white space, delay and go again. All right. So time since last request. If we haven't delayed enough, go delay. There it is, delay. And reset the last request time. Okay. So I've got a result at that point. If there's an operation canceled, we're going to lose those entries that were put in the queue. It's being shut down, so who cares? Right? Yeah. If there's an exception, sure. Log the error. Oh, that's outside of... We don't have location yet. So... Fine. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, okay. So if it was canceled, well, that's outside. That. Oh, wait a sec. There's 2 tries here. Okay, so that's the while loop broke. Services shutting down break. If there's some other exception. And cool. So it delays a little bit. Is this Visual Studio 2026? Yes, it is. Yo. Okay. So that loop should sit there and just keep watching for locations to decide what to do. Fetch geographic location from Nominatum. There's the OpenStreetMap request. We're going to tell it to time out after 15 seconds. Nominatum location. So that's the shape of the return data that comes back from OpenStreetMap. So I need to go grab that one. There it is right there. So I'm just going to put it right here next to my other stuff. So now we have a custom exception there that we need to swap out. Let me take this. She doesn't normally call me. 1 second. Ah, yes. Dad IT tech help, right? Dad, this isn't working with my computer. Can you fix it? I'm kind of in the middle of something right now. Like, don't get me wrong. Love my kids. But we're going to get back to you. Okay. I'm just going to make this throw new exception. Unable to find location. And let's change this to tagsapp .net social media aggregator. Of course it's an emergency. It's affecting me. That's right. Did I tell her to turn it off and turn it on again? That was going to be the next thing I was going to tell her. Like, I can't help you with that right now, but turn it off, turn it back on. She needs help with a microphone on her laptop, which screams to me that something's not configured right in her sound settings. Excuse me. Here's my hourly rate. Hey, Chris Funk, hello. So I think I have this object all built. So,
ChatGPT answers questions.
yes, it does.
I question your life choices.
Now, that's just
We
rude.
serve different functions entirely.
You do. Getting your eyes checked? Hey, there you go. Did I fix it yet? Working on it. Working on it. If she says it's affecting her, tell her that if she uses correct grammar, you'll help her. Here we go. Building all the things. So, I believe I'm not using the .NET 10 SDK yet. Oh, yeah. Look at all these good things that I need to still go. Well, wait a sec. I don't think it updated that. Like, yeah, we can roll this forward to .NET 10. You know? So it's using at least the .NET 10 SDK. There it is right there. I want that one. And I should be able to just do like that. Yeah, there it is. Okay. See how it goes. If you end up wearing your contacts more, you may look into gunners. There you go. You can get prescription gunners. They are available. They're clearly more expensive. HSA, FSA accounts do work with Gunner. They are honored and they file all the paperwork properly so that you can use your health savings account and flexible savings account to buy Gunners. So, build error still. Really? One failed. Which one failed? Like, give me that error list. That's not right. Oh, right, I don't have this thing yet. Let's see, I'm going to go back over here, and I should be able to find it. You right there. Yeah, let's... Yeah. I'm just posting it in, but I'm going to move this. I'm going to call this tagzap.map. Interactive map. Sure. Create a histogram. Let's just say geocoder requests. Okay. And I'm going to move you out somewhere else. Gone. Next. These exceptions. Let's simplify to just exception. Show me that error list. Okay, so this is where it's... Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh boy. All right. What? No, we're good. All right. Add to queue with timeout. So this is going to time out after 30 seconds. I don't even... That's not a thing. I'm just adding it to the queue, and it's eventually going to get processed. No. Just add to queue. So if it finds it in the cache, return it. Otherwise, we're going to go and get it. So we have the string location, so... Yeah, put it on the location queue. There is no if. And then queued that request. Adds in 1 minute. Thank you. Hey, Urban Blaster. How you doing? Wait for the result. I don't need to wait for the result. Did we start an activity? We did. So I need a way to notify that it finished that one. I don't think that's it. If I pass the activity in as well. Oof. This goes out of scope, and it's gonna knock it down. Then I'm registering. Like, I want that activity. So I feel like the channels aren't working the way that I had it previously designed. So it was using a hang on, back to the original model. Right, it's trying to write to the channel. That's not a... But it's passing along a task completion source. So we could signal it complete. This is where I think it's getting hung up. Like, okay. If instead of this right here, right? Wow. Runs continuations asynchronously. Okay. Where'd it go? So I make that of geocode request here. And then pass that in. Pass that in. So it's going to wait however long that timeout is. It's going to wait up to 2 minutes. I don't want to wait 2 minutes. I want to wait 1 minute tops. And if it finds it, I don't need to serialize. I need to cache it in the location. Right? Which is location. Yeah. Point longitude. There we go. Stop it. Just in DB. So this is going to wait, and if I think it's okay. So now, when it's doing the geocoding, location's now a geocode request. And that's fine. So if we didn't get anything, bail out. Or location. Okay. So if we found it, catch. Yes, but that should be... Oh boy. If location count is greater than, let's... Well, hello. How you doing, Thindol? Wouldn't my is empty call check if location is empty? It's just making sure that it isn't invalid data. Something got through where it's going to try and look up an empty string. So if location is not null. Okay. We can avoid that because we know it is something because okay. I feel like I should indicate there's a delay. So yeah, there we go. Is delayed true? Because there's a backup. Right. Cancellation was requested. That's fine. Wait, why isn't it trying to set the... Hang on. Wait, I don't have this right. Mailjet is down. Uh-oh. No, this needs to be... Hang on. Hmm? So if the response... Right, there's all that delay. If result... Yeah, I'm never returning result here. I need to set it on the... Yeah. So if we do have a completion, and cancellation was not requested, if result... No. Result is defined there. It's a task geographic point. So it's a geographic point. Right, so now down here, I can get rid of this. And so if we do have a completion source, cancellation was not requested. If result is null, so we don't have a result yet, and there's a long queue that we're backed up on. No, I don't really need to. Hang on. Okay, so it has the location there. So we then got a completion source. But if that completion source right? Hang on, let's look up task completion source. Represent another asynchronous. It enables the creation of a task that can be handed out to consumers. Can use the members of the task as they would any other. However, the state of the task created is controlled explicitly by the methods on task completion source. This enables the completion of the external asynchronous operation. The separation also ensures... hey there, Maniac. I see what you've done there. Okay, so I can cancel this, is what's going on. So if I'm out at... Hang on. Oh boy. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. Oh. Cool. Good luck, Biohack Satan. That's a new one on me. All right. Oh, I'm getting confused here. Cancellation token source with that 1 minute delay. It's going to wait up to that 1 minute delay. Yeah, it'll throw a task canceled exception. So if that times out, add the exception. I don't want it to fail. It's still on the queue. It's going to get read at some point here. So I want to... I don't necessarily want to add an exception. I want to say it's still running. It'll get to it later. Exactly. We want to avoid delaying too long because we've hit a timeout. Like, it's okay to queue them up and hammer through them. That's okay. And something like a dead letter queue for fails. Yes. Let's come back to that. So... So this put it on the queue, and then it's going to start waiting for it. Wait. Wait, it's adding another cancellation token source here. No, okay, so that's going to time out and cancel this. Okay. Thinking this through, and I'm getting confused here. So when it actually does process geocode, here's the actual queue. Right, so here it's going through and hitting the queue, and it's going to go get the geographic information. There's the rate limit. That cancellation token source is for the entire process. If the timeout hits, I'm not referencing and using the timeout here at all. Hang on, I'm confusing myself. So it created a completion source, right? We created a new completion source whenever we tell it to geocode. We need to... I'm going to ask Copilot. I'm confused. Switch over to ask mode. Sure. I'm confused here. I want to in-queue requests for the geocoder. And if the queue takes too long, don't wait for it. And just move on. Are we using the completion source and tokens properly? Let's see. Yeah, Reg, I think that might not be a bad idea here. No, I don't want to use the profile agent right now. It runs in ask mode no matter what you do. I was having agent run without a problem. All right. So what's my problem here? You have if result is null and completion source with incomplete. Yeah. Always returning is delayed. True. Both branches. Yeah. Queue processing doesn't respect any timeout. That's the one. So what did you change? So okay. Okay. Finally? No, it removed that finally. So when it catches a generic exception, it just... Alright. If we have a completion source, and cancellation was not requested, and result is not null, set the result. So we have a result. Okay, yeah. Return the result. Otherwise, return invalid point. No result available for geocoding request. Let's... Sure. That's... But I want to ask it some more about that. How do we handle the timeout then? I don't want the text processing to wait if there is a large queue. Left a report on it? Okay. And I think I'm probably going to wrap up after this. But there's a problem with how I handle the queue length and return delayed results. The issue is that you need to check queue size and return immediately if it's too long, rather than waiting for processing to complete. Short timeout for large queues, medium timeout, full timeout. Okay. So what did you do? Return to delayed result immediately if the queue is too long. Shorter timeouts when the queue is getting large. Show me that one. I can see it scanning through. If current queue size, if it's bigger than 10, we're going to log a warning that it's returning a delayed result. Okay. And there's the timeout. Okay. I think that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's all I need. I know exactly what you're talking about, where so if the current queue size is bigger than 5, we're only going to wait 10 seconds. Each request should take at the most a second, but when it's more than 2, waiting 30 seconds, that doesn't make sense. Maybe more than 20. Wait 30 seconds. Now, why doesn't it like that? Because these need to be like this. Because it filters top to bottom. I think that works. So there is... Get it from the cache first, unless forced. So, if it has it, go. If the queue is greater than 10, bail out now. No. I'm going to make that 30. I don't want it to wait. I feel like this should be 10. Yeah. So that it'll spin through and return and say, I don't have a location. And if it's returning that it's very long, that's okay. Because when it... Wait a sec. Hang on. No. This is just erroring out and stopping. I still want the job to go on the queue. I just don't want the calling method to wait. An event is raised when the task is completed, when the record is plotted. And then we'll wrap it up right after this. And then I'm going to go get some lunch. And we will figure out... yeah. Calling method returns immediately with a delayed result. Event is raised when... yeah. There it is, getting in queued. If it's too long, debug it. Return indicating that it's delayed. Wait. I'm adding location. I'm also not telling it to plot. No. If the delay is not long, right? Then wait for a result. Otherwise, return indicating there's a delayed response. Actually, no. Only return delayed result immediately if queue is extremely long. Use shorter timeouts. Blah, blah, blah. Background processing continues. So there it is, adding to the queue. If it's long, return that. Otherwise, there's the current queue and wait for it. Yes. So it got it out of the cache, check the queue size, and do the geocoding. And sets the timeout to wait. Cool. I'm going to commit all that. Where'd it go? Get changes. Ooh, oh, wait, I still haven't... Oh, boy. Hang on. Hang on. Is that going to build? It should build. Even if the logic's wrong, it should still build. I need to finish generating the... what's it called? Migration, and then we'll commit. Come on. Yeah, we're good. We're good on time. Fantastic. So now I should be able to do the migration and then move on and commit everything. The build should jump right through because it was just built. Come on, come on. There we go. All right. So we should now have migrations. There we go. Map locations. Locations and viewer locations with a primary key on both. Yep, that looks like the primary key I wanted. Fantastic. Generate a message for me and let's move on. Oh, it's going to commit to both repositories. Oh, that's fancy. That's very fancy. All right. But that's all the time that I have for right now. I'm going to spend some more time on this over the next few days as we're getting ready for .NET Conf. We're falling a little bit behind on some of the features that I wanted to have finished in TagsApp for .NET Conf. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time off stream going through and getting that running. So, because there's reports and other mechanisms that I want to get into the mix, and the map is the one of these key features that I need to finish. All right. Thanks so much for watching. It's been a pleasure writing code with you this morning. Let me see who else is streaming on the big Twitch TV network that I can get you connected to. Taking a look. I see Call of Duty streaming. I don't want Call of Duty streaming. Wow, they changed up the user interface again. That's so nice of them. You're welcome, Biohack Satan. Let me get you rated into Adam Learns Live. There we go. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back on Thursday for more live coding, and we'll probably be doing it with some Ubuntu Linux at that point. It's going to be a quick week this week because next week I'm on the road. I don't think I'm going to be able to stream from Orlando, but we'll see what I can do. All right? Have a fantastic rest of your day wherever you might be. I wish you good health and good coding. Take care.